Fantastic. Techno Rap, how did you come to write that song?
Well, I was in New York doing a recording with Keith Richards.
Right.
The one, Talk is Cheap.
Yeah.
So while he was getting ready, I was fooling around with this tune, you know. He said, "What's that you're playing?" I said, "Nothing, just someone to pass the time, y'all get through with this." So he said, "We're gonna make a song out of that." So we finally got together and we made this song.
Yeah.
He said, "Now you're gonna sing it." I said, "You crazy. You gotta be, I can't even talk, much less sing." So he just kept on badgering me. So I said, "Well, I'll go ahead and sing," and he let me alone, knowing I can't sing. What happened? Bingo, it backfired. Everybody started asking me to sing. Say, "You got a voice?" This is a joke. These people, they on dope or something. This is a joke. They got to be on drugs.
Now, back in the 1950s, you actually asked Chuck Berry to join your band.
Yeah, I had a group. My saxophonist had taken down with a stroke, and I asked Chuck to sit in for me that one night. It lasted pretty near 30 years.
Yeah.
We stayed together.
Well, you guys wrote music together, but he was the one that sort of got all the fame.
Chuck would write all the lyrics and everything.
Yeah.
Then together we would put music to this. And we do jobs now every so often, but we went in opposite direction. Actually, I wouldn't fly. That's why we separated.
Was that right?
I wouldn't fly across the street. That was back in the 50s. Now I don't want to walk across the street. But now I don't mind flying now. It's okay.
Oh, that's good.
They say, "Well, you're not going till your time comes, you know." So what I'm up there and time comes, and it's pilot's time. So what do you do then? You sure can't get out and say, "Well, I'll catch the next plane."
Someone said of you that you were the bridge between blues and rock and roll. What was it you did with your playing that hadn't been done before?
Well, I guess it's because I listened to so many different piano artists, and I would steal a little from this artist and a little from that artist and whatever. Then I came up with my own style. So I guess, well, I've always been a blues lover.
Yeah.
And then this rock and roll come in, which branded as the father of rock and roll, one of the beginners. And I guess that's the best I can answer that. I just learned to play in between. And
yeah, it's a pretty cool label. I'd like to be called it myself. I don't think I will be, but I'd be very proud if I was. Now with, you know, if you were just starting out now, you know, there's all these different types of music now, like techno and rap. Do you reckon you'd be into any of them? If you just say you were 20 years old now, do you think it'd still be the blues?
Oh, I'm definitely sure it would be the blues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of the rap stuff?
No, I can't understand rap for the first time.
Really? Why not?
Well, it sounds like they're praying or saying a speech or something, and it's just, to me, I mean, I just don't dig it.
Yeah. Fair enough. If the king of rock and roll says you don't dig it, then that's cool.
I mean, I'm not against it, but I'm not, you know, it's not my type of music.
Sure, sure. I also read that you're a friend of Stephen King's and you often jam with him. What's he like as a player? What does he play?
The funny thing, I was playing at this club in New York, and I'd never met Stephen King before. I didn't even know what he looked like.
Yeah.
But I loved his movies. I'm a horror story fanatic, you know. So I was sitting there, and this fella sitting there in some jeans, the knees all out, pockets all hanging out. And he introduced himself. He said, "I'm Stephen King, you know, I'm Johnny Johnson." And it never struck me till he left. Stephen King. So I asked Jimmy Vivino, I say, "That wouldn't be the Stephen King that's multimillionaire, would it?" And he's sitting up here looking like Pete the Tramp. I know. He said, "Yeah, that's him." I say, "Go get him, catch him quick." And when he come back, I apologized to him. I didn't know that he was the Stephen King. You know, I told him I like all his mysteries and things. He say, don't feel bad. I didn't know you were Johnny Johnson.
Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Johnson. Thanks very much. And now a word from the dog that is Eric.